Okay guys, I figured I'd give you the name of, well, the roster for WWE 2K14. Seems like they were kind of slacking on it, but at least they finally have it up. I don't, my friend just told me to go to sleep, but that's not going to happen. So, I don't remember the last superstar I said, so I think I'll just go through the whole roster. And I'm going to show you on the website what they have it on. So, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. So the first superstar we have, well, Diva, is AJ Lee. I like the fact that she's in the game. She deserves to be in the game, but unlike Oksana, I don't know why she's in the game, because she hasn't done anything all year. Then we have Alberto Del Rio. He kind of deserves to be in the game. I wouldn't mind being Alberto Del Rio. We have Andre the Giant. You already knew about him. I think he actually deserves to be in this game, because since they're doing the WrestleMania mode, and he had that famous moment with Hulk Hogan, so Antonio Cesaro is going to be in the game. I think I told you about this already. I think that's going to be cool that he's in the game. He's tremendous. I can't wait to use him in the game. I hope I could get to use his flying uppercut move. Then we have Mr. Dave Batista. We already knew about him. I like the fact that he's in the game too. I actually like Batista. Got Big Show, Big John Studd. And you can also view people's bios, so I could view his bio if I wanted to. We got Big Show, the retro version. I think this is the version when he was Paul White. Bret Hart, he deserves to be in it because he had that classic moment with Shawn Michaels in the Iron Man match at WrestleMania. We have the retro version of Brock Lesnar and the real version, well, like the current version of Brock Lesnar. They deserve to be in the game. Brodus Clay doesn't deserve to be in the game. I don't really know why he's in the game. He just is. Chris Jericho, he definitely deserves to be in the game because he had that famous moment. He just deserves it. The retro version of Chris Jericho, Christian. I like the fact that Christian's in the game. You can utilize him a lot. CM Punk definitely deserves to be in the game. Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. I wonder if they're going to be Team World Scholars together, or if they're going to be split up by then, but I think Cody Rhodes, I'm going to turn him babyface anyways. Daniel Bryan, I don't know if he's going to have his yes chant or his no chant, so we have Darren Young, and I think and the primetime players are in it, Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. I think he's only in it, though, because Darren Young admitted he was gay, so that's probably the only reason he's in the game. I don't know why David Otunga's in the game. He hasn't done anything for WWE at all this year. Last time he was important was when John Laurinaitis is around, so I don't know why David Otunga's in the game. The Shield's in the game, so we get Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, so I like the fact that the Shield's in the game, and I can't wait to use them in like a 6-man tag team match. We got Big Daddy Cool Diesel. I'll make him break his quad. Dolph Ziggler. I like the fact that he's in the game. I've used him a little bit, and he actually has been pretty good in past wrestling games. So 3MB, Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater, and Jinder Mahal in the game. I guess you need another stable, I guess. I kind of hope in the DLC version they use like a different, or like even like this, they use the different attire of Drew McIntyre, because that's the Drew McIntyre I probably will use, and they'll have the different theme song and everything. But we'll see what happens. Eddie Guerrero. I don't really like this version. Like, I liked him then, but I like the other Eddie Guerrero version better because he looks cooler and his theme song's better. So I like the other Eddie Guerrero better. Edge, you already knew about him. Goldberg. Now that is cool. We got Goldberg. I just told you about Heath Slater. The Hulk Hogan. So we get the NWO Hulk Hogan, and we get the current version of, well, the back then version of Hulk Hogan. Jack Swagger, so that means Zeb Coulter will probably be in the game, and they're going to probably be together as the Americans. JBL, whose face looks floated. You already know about Jinder Mahal. The John Cena's, which there's not really much of a difference. That one just doesn't have a hat. Justin Gabriel, not bad. He's a good high flyer. Caitlyn, it's fine. They finally made the other Kane, so both Kanes will be in the game. I probably will use the Retro Kane more since he's more dominant. King Kong Bundy. I don't know why he's in the game. I probably will only use him for the WrestleMania match with Hulk Hogan in the steel cage. Kofi Kingston, that's fine. Layla and Lita, I probably will use Lita a lot, but Layla not as much. Mark Henry, he's just dominant. Mick Foley's fun. Mick Foley's actually in the game. I probably will use him a lot. Vince McMahon and Natalia, that's that's cool. R-Truth, Macho Man Randy Savage, Randy Orton and Razor Ramon. I'm not sure if they're gonna put like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash as the DLC guys, so that way we can have the NWO. Because that would be fine. Rey Mysterio, both versions of Ric Flair, so we get the current Ric Flair and the retro version of Ric Flair. And we even get to relive the moment when he had to retire WrestleMania 24. Ricky Steamboat, we get to relive the moment when he won the IC title at WrestleMania between him and Macho Man Randy Savage. I told you about Roman Reigns, Ryback, Santino Marella. I never used Santino in the game, so I just don't use him in the games. I just squash him. Seth Rollins, I already told you about him. Sergeant Slaughter, he's gonna be the moment he'll be reliving is when he fought Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 7. Both versions of Shawn Michaels, so we get the current version and the retro version. We get Sheamus, Sin Cara. I like Sin Cara actually. I like his high flying moves. I did say maybe he'll botch his moves, so I'm not sure about that. Stephanie McMahon. I hope she doesn't have that awful theme song, because that would just be horrendous. Stone Cold Steve Austin, so he's going to be in the games. He's going to relive the moments with The Rock and Shawn Michaels. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Tensai. I hope he actually is Tensai. He's not just dancing around. I hope this is just the real version of Tensai, but it probably won't be. The Miz, the Great Khali. The only time I really used Khali is when I faced him in SVR 2007. But it's not really using him. Both versions of The Rock, so we're gonna get the current Rock and the retro version of The Rock. I already told you about Titus O'Neil. Both versions of Triple H, so the current Triple H and the old Triple H, Ultimate Warrior. So we get to relive the moment when Ultimate Warrior won the won the WWE Championship against Hulk Hogan, and he also, if you pre-order the game, will be in the game as like the little codes you can do on Xbox Live. So we get 3 versions of Undertaker. We get the current version of Undertaker, the biker version of Undertaker, and the retro version of Undertaker. So, I like the fact that they're having all 3 Undertakers in the game. The one I probably will use the most is maybe the current one, but I like the other versions too. Wade Barrett. I like Wade Barrett. I actually think he should be used a little bit better than he's being used right now. So, yeah. Yokozuna. He's going to be in some WrestleMania matches himself. And last but not least, Zack Ryder. You can probably use Zack Ryder a lot better than you can. Well, than he's being used in WWE. So, that's the whole roster. I think this is just the roster that's actually going to be there. The DLC version probably will be the Wyatt family, RVD, maybe the Lost Matadors, but I don't know if they came in time for them to be made. But if not, it probably will be Primo and Epico. Let me think. Maybe they'll do... I'm trying to think who else they could put in for DLC. Maybe the Drew McIntyre that was actually dominant. Maybe they'll put some guys in DLC you never even thought would be in DLC, but that's the whole roster. And so now, in about almost actually a month tomorrow, this is about 31 days. WWE 2K14 will be out. Um, that's actually I'm actually looking forward to it. And I have it pre-ordered and everything. I probably won't be able to get the DLC guy because I need the Xbox Live to get it, but I'm gonna get Live and a new Xbox, hopefully for Christmas, but probably won't happen. Um, but I'm looking forward to playing this game. I'm glad they didn't put the Shield as DLC, guys, because I was kind of afraid they were gonna do that, but they didn't. But that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll be back